Good morning, you lovely lot. It's been a while, hasn't it? I don't know what happened, but for some reason, about 18 months ago, I got logged out of my Google account, which knocked me out of the YouTube account that I was using, which is this channel. As a result, no content's been uploaded for a good 18 months, has it? So sorry about that. If you just started, if you just subscribed to the channel around 18 months ago and then it went dead, sorry about that. It wasn't my fault. Something just went wrong, and literally this morning I was scrolling through YouTube and came across one of our videos, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try and log back into the account. I'm going to try and remember the password for it. And lo and behold, after about 8 failed attempts, I got the password right. So we're back in and back to it. Now, obviously, a lot's happened in the last 18 months, what with COVID and just general life, really. If you saw the last video that we uploaded, unfortunately, we had to sell the T4. I was in a really bad place work-wise at the time, and it was just not good. So what we did was we sold the T4 and I set up my own business, which is so fresh and so clean. I do external cleaning on houses and well, any kind of building really. So that the sale of the T4 helped me set up the business that I'm currently running. If you watched the last video, you would have seen that I deviated from the VW brand, which is something that I really didn't want to do, let alone go down the French route. I'm not a fan of French vehicles personally. I don't know, they just, in my past experience, haven't been the most reliable of vehicles. But the van was cheap, and as a result of selling the T4 for quite decent money really, if I'm honest, and as a result of buying the Peugeot partner that I had for very little money, it left me enough money to then buy all of the kit and gear that I needed to set up the business. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Although, as I said, past experience with French vehicles, not good. The Peugeot partner only lasted me for about 4 months, 5 months before just everything seemed to go wrong on it all at once. The clutch slave cylinder went on it. Then the gear selectors went on it, so I went into the garage to have them replaced. I was told by the garage that it went into that the clutch possibly needed to be done as well, and there was a few other niggly little things. I think drive shaft was one of them, and before I knew where I was, the bill for repairing the van looked to be around the £1,000 to £1,200 mark. Given that I only paid £800 for the van, I didn't really want to spend that sort of money on repairing it, on a van that I didn't even particularly like. So you join me from the cab of my new van. I say new, I've had it for just over a year now. But yeah, it's a bit more me. I will show you around it later on in another video, but I'm back in a dub. I'm back in a V-dub. So happy days. And yeah, you join me from the cab of the van. I've got a Caddy. I've got a 2017 Caddy. You join me from the cab. It's a much nicer place to be in comparison to the old Peugeot that I had. You know, not to say that the Peugeot wasn't a good van. It was a nice van, did the job, but just the reliability of it was not the best. The reason I've started this channel back up again is because I wanted to start the channel back up because there's a possibility that I might be taking my eldest daughter away on a camping trip. Well, it's not so much a camping trip, I sort of exaggerated that a little bit, but there's a possibility that I might be taking her to a VW show, just on the border of England and Wales. the middle of next month. If that goes ahead, there's a couple of things that might put the kibosh to it, but if that goes ahead, then I'll be looking at building some sort of temporary bed in the back of this van, just to sort of house us for the night, so I don't have to pitch a tent, because I'm a bit lazy like that. So yeah, that's a possibility. So I wanted to start this channel back off again 18 months later, better late than never, just to show that the progress that we've made along the way, really, and also if this camping weekend at the VW Festival happens next month, just to show the sort of temporary accommodation that I'm going to be building in the back of the Caddy. And also, yeah, just to sort of introduce you to my cleaning brand, if you're interested in that kind of thing. I've got a Facebook business page, go check it out, see some of the work that we do, and yeah, eventually I'm going to show you around the van, probably in another video. Sorry for a boring video upload. It's, you know, not the content that I normally put up. Obviously, you know, you're used to seeing rustic stuff being built out of wood and what have you, and obviously in the later videos then, you know, glow plug changes and fuel filter changes and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so sorry if I've bored your socks off. But again, you know, thank you to the subscribers. I think we've got 66 subscribers, which is mental, really. I didn't expect, you know, I didn't expect to get any subscribers, to be honest, when we first started the channel. I think when we left it 18 months ago, we had like 23, 24. So it's got bigger, you know. So yeah, thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel. That's amazing. Really didn't expect that. I mean, even looking at some of our videos, I think one reached 4,500 views, which is crazy. I didn't think that would ever happen. You know, like, I wouldn't by any means consider myself to be like a YouTube influencer or anything like that. But like, I mean, when we left, well, not when we left, but when we got logged out of the account 18 months ago, I think the most views any of our videos had was a couple of hundred, and that was amazing. So to have reached like 4.5k on one of the videos is just insane. So yeah, as I say, sorry for boring your socks off. There will be more content to come. Not 100% sure at this stage what it will be. I'll do a little van tour of the Caddy, and, you know, a later video, if that's something that you guys would be interested to see, let me know. Show you the workings of the cleaning system I've got in the back. There's a lot of things that could transfer over to a camper build, like the wiring of the water pump to the leisure battery. I suppose that's about it, really, to be honest. The insulation, at some point I would like to insulate the back of the van, just to keep the, because obviously I've got a 350 litre water tank in the back, hose reel, water pump, all that sort of stuff. So come the winter, what I had been doing was putting a little oil heater in the van to stop it all from freezing overnight. But I think what I would like to do eventually is to get is to insulate the van and get one of those overnight diesel heaters in the back of the van, so I can just sort of not have to worry about running the extension lead outside and putting the diesel heat, the oil heater in the back of the van. I can just press a button and it'll sort of keep itself warm overnight. So again, that's something that would transfer over to a camper build, I suppose. And also, if and when that does happen, if and when I do install a diesel heater into the back of the van, I'm looking into ways of creating a heat exchange so that I can heat the water up, which again I suppose would be something that would translate over to van life and campers and that sort of thing. So yeah, watch this space. I mean, if any of that sounds interesting to you, give this video a like, comment below, let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in, and I'll put another video together. But yeah, this video is just to say thank you to everyone that sort of followed the channel over the last however long it's been running for, really. And we will catch up with you guys again. Ta-da!